Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with Daily Energy Check. As tomorrow we will be experiencing a solar eclipse in Libra, this reading is going to be dedicated to the eclipse and how it's going to be impacting the collective of the Twin Flames at this time. So we will start with an oracle card. It will be the Beyond the Lemuria deck. I love this deck so much and I feel like it's perfect for the eclipse occasion. Eclipses are one of the most powerful transit events of the year, as you know, and everything matters. The signs, what kind of eclipses they are, the degree, and then what do you have in the degree, all kinds of things. Especially, well, these two eclipses are in Libra and Taurus respectively. So yeah, if you have, well, you can check first of all which houses in your chart and your astrological chart are governed by these signs. Those areas of your life are going to be more impacted. And of course, if you have a lot of Libra or Taurus or both in your chart, then like you have a lot of planets in those signs, then you're also going to feel more of an impact. Anyway, the first card is for Divine Feminines. I have to pick it up. Let's look at it. Let's see. So basically, this reading is about is some guidance for how to navigate this energy. What does it mean? How to navigate it to your benefit. Internal Explorer, or like this, number 32. Let me read the divination message at least. You're invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you're an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed, so go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. Explore within at this time. Okay, let's see what we have for the masculines. What do the divine masculines need to know? Ooh. Journey to wholeness. Oh, look at that. This is number 32 and this is number 33. Yeah, Journey to Wholeness is one of my favorite cards actually in this deck. And there is a much longer divinatory meaning, so divine masculines watching, hold on to your heads. This card is about loving yourself and others from a sense of wholeness, exactly as you are right now. It is only from this space that healing can take place. We may find ourselves in relationships or scenarios where we can see great potential. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are, due to subconscious projections or ideals. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. That success will somehow make everything better. Unfortunately, this takes us out of the present and makes our love somewhat conditional. To be a healer, transcend the perspective that the being in front of you needs to be fixed. Hold the vision that they are perfect as they are. From this place, they can heal themselves through the transformative power of acceptance. Acknowledge the full spectrum of a picture and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. In this place, we are whole, and thus have the power to step into the brightest version of ourselves. So just a little emphasis there, it refers both to yourself and to other people. Just a little note there. Okay, for the main read, I'm going to use the Dream Keeper's Tarot. We will be answering the questions of what's happening with the energies of each of the twin collectives at this time. Then we will see what is the goal, like what are we supposed to see, right? And then we'll also get an additional question. Let's see what it is. And answers, of course. Okay. Energies, goals, additional question, and answers. Two of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so there is like this search for balance, especially because this eclipse is in Libra. And it's an annular eclipse, by the way. So it's the moon and the sun are positioned in a way where you'll be able to see like a little frame of the sun around the moon. if you are in a location where you can see the eclipse, and you can check that online, of course. I'm pretty sure that in New York area it's not going to be visible, so I'll just focus on my energetic rituals. Four of Swords, bottom of the deck. Yeah, again, you see this relaxation, this surrender, this kind of like taking your quiet time, or resting, or just doing something that you enjoy without a lot of effort, right? Something that's like easy come, easy go, they say, but also something that can easily lift your spirits and make your day better. So for feminines, we have Page of Swords clarified by the Lovers. Oh, and I like how the Page of Swords is actually listening. That's also this connection with nature, with surrounding, and like trying to listen in, right? It's that internal explorer, because in this case, this is like listening to the nature and to also the heart of the matter, right? Because the nature speaks universal language. It doesn't have any filters, doesn't have ego, right? So it tells you like it is. So it's one of the ways, right, to acknowledge what is really going on, right, and to get the information. Another aspect of it, or another way, is of course to go within and do the same listening, but with your heart, right, with your soul, and see where the love lies, right? What is the loving choice right now, right? What would be the most nurturing step in this reality to yourself and towards others? What are masculines doing? So we have the World here, clarified by Two of Swords. Another two. Interesting. Yeah, so there is some bigger picture vision. That's what I see with this globe. You see how small the globe is, and the person is actually huge and has many arms. So the masculines see their potential and how they can change their world. Again, if they make the right decision, and that's where they get stuck. So there is that mixed feelings kind of energy, where on the one hand a lot of power is being acknowledged and felt through, and it immediately gets the masculines into some fear and anxiety, because they understand that with great power comes great responsibility, and now the responsibility is weighing on them during this time to make the right choice. And remember that Libra is a lot about a balance, but it's also about negotiation or finding compromise, finding something that would satisfy different sides of the story or different participants of a situation. So naturally we are pulled into the space to find that compromise, but remember not to go too far with it, because like naturally as empaths we are drawn towards finding that balance and that emotionally comfortable solution anyway, right? But this is also the time where we're being tested on how far we're willing to go for it, right? Are we still staying truthful to ourselves, to what our soul is telling us, to where we want to go, to what is loving for us, right? Those things should not contradict each other, your action and what you're feeling with it. So what was the other question? What is the goal of this energy for the feminines? Like, what is the feminine supposed to get to? Two of Swords, clarified by Ten of Swords. Look at all the swords. This is air energy, actually. Since eclipse is in Libra, we are in Libra season, it's understandable. But mind that, again, similarly to what we saw in the energy of the masculine, for the feminine, it's like this crossroads, right, on which way to choose. And because there is a lot of pain underneath, either from recent past or just something that is being called into your consciousness right now. So it could have been something that happened 10 years ago, but for some reason it's very bright in your memory. And through the recent times and events, including Pluto going direct just a few days ago, we could, like, old scenarios could resurface, old people could resurface in our reality, the reminders of our triggers and fears. That's the whole MO of that transit, right? So whatever it is that came up for you, it is making you overthink, right? And the goal is to, and I'm getting this very clearly, to stop overthinking, to stop worrying that you're not going to make the right decision. The goal of this time is for you to start surrendering more easily without having to spend a lot of effort on it or a lot of time or like do something extra, right? Because you'll be asked to go into this space more and more often as your ascension progresses. So it's important that you're able to do that easily, that you're able to let go of your own sense of responsibility, well, not even responsibility, obligation, your own sense of obligation, and like, I don't want to say pleasing others, but like looking good in the face, in the public face. For masculines, what's the goal? We have Four of Cups clarified by karma, or the Judgment card. But look at that, that's exactly the eclipse here. I love it. Oh my god. Yeah, so the masculines are seeing the opportunities that they've had all along and that were missed, right? They're also seeing what is a real opportunity versus something that's more artificial or society driven, right? That may seem pretty, that may seem attractive, doesn't really make you happy, right? So this is like a quest for emotional happiness and what kind of opportunities to look out for, like understanding, having that inner knowledge, right? How do I tell? Is this opportunity something I can pass on, or I can pass, or like it's not even really for me, or it's something that I have to make, you know, use of, or I have to grab that opportunity before it flows away. What is the additional question for? Okay, so Nine of Wands clarified by Four of Cups, another Four of Cups, but this is the one that the card in the deck where I see this as a muse, as like inspiration or the spirit of a place or a situation. So there is certain fear of connecting with your guides, with the spirit of, it could be a place if that's what's relevant, right? Or if it's a situation with a person that it's in focus right now, it's usually like yeah, calling onto the guides, calling onto the divine for some clarity, for some guidance. So what is that fear about? For the feminines, we have Eight of Cups clarified by the Fool. Yeah, for feminines, they're afraid that they're gonna go too far, that they won't know where to stop, that they'll leave something beautiful behind, right? Like they'll keep walking and they'll walk away from good things, not just the bad things. That's the fear. And the little answer here is like, again, don't overthink and don't go too far. The Fool is not running. They don't have a horse. They don't have anything. Like they're walking, right? So you don't have to rush it. You don't have to compete with somebody else, right? Like, oh, they're already there, so I need to hurry up. No, you take your pace, take your time. For masculines, what's the fear? Page of Wands clarified by King of Swords. Yeah, for them, there is a fear that they're gonna lose their power to their partner. Like they'll be the Page of Wands in a situation. If they surrender too much, if they're gonna, without knowing the situation too well, surrendering to it is scary, right? And yeah, and it's because they don't want to lose that power. Because when that happens to them, they feel like a Page of Wands, right? Like they don't really have much to do. They don't have the opportunity to use this situation to their benefit, right? And behind it is the King of Swords. So they're being asked to give this a sensible look, right? Not the emotional one, but the sensible, right? And there's always, the spirit is basically saying there's always a way to kind of draw a picture or kind of see it as a system where everything makes sense. Like nobody's asking you to just like believe something unbelievable, right? At least not until you're ready. But when you are ready, you will also be able to give it a, you know, scientific background, to be able to explain how it works in the bigger scale of things, right? As one of the universal laws, right? And how our life is built on it. So yeah, there's always an explanation. And you can always find it if that's what you need to move forward. But it shouldn't be the reason not to move forward. Just that lack of knowledge or lack of faith on its own. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.